Alrighty, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with another LVC Rocket League matchup tonight. We have LVC Rocket League taking on Eastern University in an Appalachian Conference matchup. Currently, LVC stands at the top of the leaderboard at 5-0 in the Conference, and our Eastern is down to 1-2 at the current moment, but we are already into the game. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are already into it. Love to see that. Frenchie looking for a double off the backboard, but 3 is going to put that one away and send it away for now. A bit of a whiff there, but Faithful going to keep following as Magars looks to take another shot. Not going to go. LVC, once again, as we've seen all season long, they are keeping the pressure on early. Classy Weasel looking to get a touch out, but so far, not a lot of control for Eastern, as almost an own goal goes into the back of their net. Magar's going to pick it up. Faithful over to Frenchie. Frenchie tries to put it on. Faithful maybe just trying to get the redirect, but not quite going to go. So LVC are struggling right now. I can see them slamming into each other a bit, but say okay as Magars almost launches one home. LVC doing what you typically see them do early on with a lot of shots and a lot of aggression. Finally, Eastern at least gets something towards the LVC net, but it's not going to be a lot right now. Faithful gets the beat onto 3. Can he get a second pass over? He does. Frenchie's shot, though, once again, not going to go. What a pinch from Eastern. Going to go straight down to 3, but he's not going to be able to do a whole lot with it right now. And Frenchie's going to be stuck in this corner, and Frenchie just bullying him out of there. We've seen LVC be a very strong team when it comes to demos and bumps, and there you see it again. As now Eastern finally maybe seeing a bit of control here. So far, no goals, just 3:30 remaining in this one. And first on the board is going to be Nerfa. Sorry, that is a weird one to pronounce for a second there, but Nerfa gonna put one back for Eastern, and actually, to maybe someone's surprise here, many people surprised probably, is Eastern gonna be the ones to start up 1-0 so far. But LVC certainly, with the offensive presence that they've had, will look to respond soon, as Magars gonna leave that to Faithful, and now Frenchie on this other side of the field all by himself. Classy Weasel just barely managing to get back in time for that one. As Eastern struggling to keep it away from their net, and Magars finally going to put one home for LVC. You can see the players there certainly happy to finally get one back, and not good enough defensive holds from Eastern there. As now we are tied up at 1 apiece in game number 1. 3 minutes remain here. As 3 looks to carry it on out, but Faithful going to intercept. May just leave this to Magars, and he does, but neither player going to get a good touch. Magars somehow has a flip left. Can he get back to it? Not quite. So for now, Eastern going to look to put another one through, but Faithful holds strong on the defensive side, allows for his teammates to buys his teammates some time there. Magars now looking for a double, doesn't quite get it. 3 sends it back away, and this actually could be a free shot for 3, and it is, and Faithful doesn't get the save. Eastern putting a second on the board. LVC be a bit scattered here in this first game, as we'll see LVC continue to look for an answer. Now down by 1, 2 minutes remain in this first game. Faithful tosses it out to Magars. Magars gonna look to dribble, passes it over to Frenchie, and it's a shot and a goal. Fantastic play from LVC there, is just what you'd expect from the side of LVC. Phenomenal passing play from them. Now LVC tied at 2 with Eastern, and Nefera not quite going to get there, so Frenchie going to have to carry the ball out, get it down to Magars. Maybe looking to pinch there, doesn't quite get it. Now Faithful putting it up to Magars. Looking for a shot off the backboard, but I believe he got bumped. I thought he was leaving it for Frenchie, who did, I did see get bumped, so no idea. But now Faithful gonna be the one to try and pass it out. LVC doing a great job defensively. Despite the 2-2 scoreline, LVC are doing a great job on the defensive side of things to keep Eastern at bay, but they need to start producing a bit more on offense. And we may just see that here. Magars doesn't quite get there, but Faithful is able to turn. And now you get a good shot. Oh, and what a shot from Faithful. That was phenomenal. I did not expect that to go on net as well as it did. But certainly the players of LVC thought a bit differently than me, as now they're in the lead at 3-2 with just a minute and 13 on the clock. Frenchie looking to pass it down. Actually looks for the reset and tries to put it on, but not quite. Now Faithful gonna have to be careful, and actually he gets demoed. So Eastern gonna have a chance to shoot, but not quite gonna go. Faithful down to Frenchie off the corner and right in front of the Eastern net. Can someone capitalize from LVC? For now, that answer's gonna be no. And 3 looking to get a good solo. Carries it coast to coast, but can't quite get the finish. And a pass there down to Faithful. Gonna leave it for Frenchie as Magars tries to go for it, but doesn't have the angle there. As now there's just 30 seconds left in this one. LVC finally starting to find their groove, and Nefra, the last one in defense, and he manages to get a good save there, clears it away. Eastern are still very much in this one, but they need to find something here, and Faithful may very well have just slammed the door shut on any semblance of an Eastern win here in game number 1. They would need a kickoff goal, which isn't quite out of the picture, but certainly not as likely. And Frenchie is going to be huge with that demo. Just 10 seconds left. That will be it for game number 1. LVC going to take it. And Magars almost actually gets the bump, but he ends up taking the ball out of the net as well. So LVC going to take this one, but see if they can put a 5th on the board here. And just barely off the inside of the net, and that will be it for game number 1. LVC going to take it. You can see the lovely profile pictures there from the boys of LVC for just a second. But look at the amount of demos, just 2 for Eastern and a total of 8 for LVC. Along with that, paired with a ton of shots, 12 in total for the side of LVC and only 8 from Eastern. Eastern did a great job of keeping up with LVC though offensively, despite having significantly less shots, but we will see if LVC is able to continue leading on through in this one as we head into game number 2. LVC certainly would like a sweep here, try and have as big of a map differential as they can when it comes to Appalachian Conference and guarantee themselves a first place spot going into the LAN in late April. 3 though, gonna have the first possession for Eastern. Not gonna be able to get much out of it, and his teammates are just getting bumped all over the place. It's down to Nefera, but doesn't really get much. Magars gonna toss it off the wall to himself. Now down to Faithful in the corner. Tries to put it into the middle of the map. Leaves it for Frenchie. Frenchie's shot will go. LVC just 31 seconds into this managed to put their first on the board. Great play from Faithful to Frenchie, and even at the start with Magars tossing it to himself and then down to Faithful in that corner. Pass and the finish are both there now. LVC look like they're playing like themselves here as Frenchie gets a good bump and Faithful has an easy catch and carry, but does get intercepted. Magars is there for the touchdown. Magars now passed it over to Frenchie. Shot is on. Phenomenal infield pass from LVC. Gonna put themselves up to 2-0 now. Just barely outside of a minute being played. And here, Off the kickoff. Looks like Magar's going to be able to get another touch here. Can he get the double? He does, but 3 plays the right spot. So, and it's also not a very tough shot, as Magar's didn't have the greatest angle. But he lobs it up to Frenchie, who almost launches another one towards the Eastern net. Magar's at least keeps it out of their hands, and Faithful going to be here to go for a shot. They had an open net for a second off the demo, but the ball was not traveling quite fast enough, and even so, it hit off the wall a bit weirdly, so that will lead to LVC having to back on out, go back defensively. Frenchie, though, has a chance to get a couple of touches here. Almost goes for the he does go for the reset, but he gets bumped out of the way. Faithful gets 50'd, so Magars has to pick it on up. Looks for the second touch, and he does get it. Tries to get it to Frenchie there, and just a bit outside of his reach. And now another shot attempt for Eastern, but Frenchie will get there way before any of the Eastern players are able to, as Frenchie just gets a really solid bump there, allows Magars to even get close to contesting, and he doesn't quite get there. Keeps the pressure on if you're LVC. And this is something that they've been fantastic at all year long, especially in Appalachian Conference. They've just kind of been running through most of the teams here. As, I believe Arcadia, since they didn't play Alvernia yet, and Frenchie puts another one through. Another great passing play from LVC. Faithful gonna toss this one down to Frenchie. 96 miles per hour as a rocket. As LVC currently just dominating in this series. And as I was saying, they've really been in control of the entire year in Appalachian Conference play. As Appalachian Conference goes over the course of both semesters, there are, I believe, like 12 weeks of play, 10. But you don't play each week. It's every other week for App, so it's a bit different. As Magars just gets a lob up from one of the Eastern players. Has an open net there, too. 3, maybe getting a bit of a miscommunication there from his teammates, and gives Magars the easy shot and goal. The Appalachian Conference, while not the biggest thing in the world, but it does comprise of all the teams, at least most of the teams that have esports programs in the MAC Conference, which is the Middle Atlantic Conference, for those of you unfamiliar with the NCAA Division III. So it's like Arcadia, Stevenson, Widener, Eastern, obviously LVC here as well, all of them. And they decided to have an esports division, as in we had to make our own. So Appalachian Conference is just that. And we will actually be having a LAN event April 22nd in the Belong Arena in King of Prussia for the top 4 of each game, which the games offered here in App Conference are Rocket League, League of Legends, Overwatch, and Valorant. All 4 of our team, or 3 of our 4, or 3 teams of the 4 games offered by Appalachian Conference we do have here at LVC. So you'll see all of them there. They've already all confirmed their spots at the LAN Finals, King of Prussia. And now also Rocket League is currently undefeated, and it's looking like it very well will stay that way here after game 3. But we will see if maybe Eastern at least has something in the tank for game number 3 and send it to 4 and would look for the reverse sweep of 5. But it's looking like what's going to have to happen is there's only 1 minute left. They are down. Eastern is down 4-0. Just unable to really have the offensive power that we've seen from LVC. Has kind of been the case all year. Faithful going to leave that one to Magars. Frenchie tosses a shot out. Look at that shot from Frenchie. You can see him jump up a little bit in the camera. No, I guarantee you he was not expecting that to go in. Off the side wall. What an angle from Frenchie. Phenomenal stuff from him. In the grand scheme of things, that goal won't mean a whole lot, but it certainly looks really, really nice. As Eastern finally going to get a shot and get a goal in. And LVC not quite pitching a shutout, but still well on their way to a 2-0 series lead here. Just 32 left on the clock. Make that 30. As you can see, the cams pop on out. LVC in prime position to put themselves one away from closing out the series. And I think this is kind of the results that a lot of us expected. Eastern has been having some struggles. They did play Alvernia, and I believe they played Messiah as well. Two teams that certainly have been on the higher end of the Appalachian Conference. I will admit, that's another great passing play from LVC. You can see Faithful scored the 0-second mark, a pinch all the way over from Magars and Frenchie. And the pass, not the pass, but the attempted touch from 3 there, just going to give Frenchie an easy pass and goal. LVC just dominating in that one. They didn't even need many demos like you would typically see, as 3 demos to just 1. A very, very low demo game. But to be quite honest, there's not really much you need to do if you are Eastern there, or if you are LVC there. Only 1 save from LVC too, is not a lot of shots on total. In total, only 3. As you can see, the players of LVC there. Unfortunately, sometimes this thing bugs out a little bit, but it's okay. It all runs itself anyways, which is phenomenal. LNDR, if you're watching, I love you for this overlay. I will admit. This thing is beautiful. Anyways, LVC starting off game number 3 with possession. Faithful gets a good fake, but not going to lead to anything there. As Classy Weasel gets a shot on, carries it, and puts it into the back of the LVC net. Again, going to start with a lead here. Great play from Weasel to carry it all the way through. Is Eastern going to start up 1-0 in this game? Just as we saw with them in game number 1. They did start with a 1-goal lead, but LVC were ultimately able to take that one 4-2, and a pinch from Magars and Classy Weasel. Not quite going to give LVC a goal, but going to keep them in possession. Frenchie has a chance to shoot off that pass from Faithful, but can be blocked before it can go too far. And Faithful, good read there. Doesn't get the second touch though. Weasel trying to carry it out. Frenchie is here, trying to maybe put one in by himself, but isn't really able to there. Now Eastern has a chance to add a second. A bit of a rough touch from Weasel. Still going to give Nefera the ball though. Can he do much with it? Looks like he will not, as Weasel just overshoots the ball there, and Frenchie's going to have to take a shot, but this offensive play from LVC has been a bit interesting, as good set of passes from Magars and Faithful, but not quite enough. Eastern's defense strong enough to hold that one. Is a bit unfortunate there for LVC to not be able to put one back, but looks like another passing play coming through, as the second is just a bit short. And a great shot on from Nefera again. Doesn't quite put it into the net though, as that is saved. I don't know how that one goes back, but looks like Frenchie going to be the first man of defense. Magars just looks to get it upfield, puts it mid for Frenchie, and Magars actually going to be the one credited for that goal. I'm not really sure what just happened, but I guess both players of LVC just bumped the Eastern players out of the way, and LVC going to tie it up here with 3:07 left in the game. As now Magars looking to pass it out, gets it downfield. Classy Weasel gets a touch over to Nefera. It's going to be enough to disrupt the LVC offense for just a couple seconds. But can they do much else about it? Magars' shot almost goes in. A lot of crazy shots from LVC today. They are looking solid, as now they have an open net. Frenchie just going to look to put this one in on his own. But no, he hits the crossbar. And now the open net for LVC, and that's going to be a goal for Eastern. What could have been a 2-1 lead for LVC is now a 2-1 lead for Eastern. You can see Frenchie head in hands as he slams it off the crossbar. bit unfortunate from Frenchie there as LVC just have to continue playing on. But certainly you would imagine they'll still make their way back into this game. Magars looks to lead the attack. Demo comes in for Magars. And it looks like Faithful just going to have a free touch on this ball. Eastern players a bit far away, and the pass over to Magars leads to a shot, but 3 is there for the save. But now Eastern not in great positions. They just have to keep tossing these defensive touches out. They're going to need a big clear, and it looks like that will be it for Eastern. As Faithful gets demoed, Weasel tries to put it mid, but Eastern just has to back on down. Frenchie off the ceiling over to Magars, shot. Not gonna be quick enough. Frenchie now putting it mid, but no one home. As Eastern looking to finally put a game on the board here. Just a minute and a half remaining. Can they do it? It's looking good right now, but they're going to need a continued big effort from the team if they want to take this. And this is looking like a free goal for LVC, and that's just what it is. Frenchie slamming it home off the lob from Faithful, tossing that from all the way from the 50 for the easy touch-in goal for Frenchie. Now we're tied once again, this time at 2 apiece. Very similar story to what we saw in game number 1 is Eastern took a 1-0 lead, then LVC equalized, and Eastern took a 2-1 lead, and LVC equalized again. So will history repeat itself even further in this game number 3? A minute left now for either team to make their move. LVC certainly just want the sweep. They want to get out of here, I'd imagine, as Magars can't quite do much on that play in the corner. Gonna have to leave it to Faithful, and Rivera not gonna get anything out of that. Now it's a 2v1. Frenchie and Faithful have the chance to shoot, but Classy Weasel plays it beautifully. Sends that one away. As maybe they're just messing up his teammates a little bit, landing on top of him. Frenchie, though, off the back wall, not going to get anything there. Faithful at least beats those 2 Eastern players to the ball, and now it's an open net, but Frenchie's shot going to go a bit too tall, and you can see him a bit annoyed with that one. Could have put the game away right there, but going to give his teammates another shot to do so. Frenchie's going to get the shot and the goal. That may just be it if you are Eastern. A fantastic shot from Frenchie to bounce back there. As there's just 7 seconds left in this one. Eastern at least going to have an opportunity to put it through. A 1-on-1. Make that a 1-on-2, but the bump is in. Ball's still in the air. Eastern can at least get to it, but that will be it. LVC going to take game number 3 and take the series in a 3-0 sweep. Huge series from LVC, just as you would expect from these guys, as they played very, very well. And I mean, they kind of came in, did exactly what you would expect them to do. The infield passes, the demos, the bumps, all of that, even the fantastic saves. It's what we've been seeing all year from them. They will move on to 6-0 in the Appalachian Conference with just 1 matchup left before they are done for the regular season of Appalachian Conference. And it'll be a huge one against Alvernia. That match will actually determine who's in first place, I believe, is if LVC falls in that series. Alvernia is 4-1 right now. As long as Alvernia does not lose to, I believe they have a match in the last week. Yeah, as long as Alvernia doesn't lose to Stevenson in the last week of matches for Appalachian Conference and they win against LVC, they will take first place and take that first seed away from LVC, who have been holding it all year long.
How we doing, Harold?
It's a lovely question, don't I guess I don't need to turn your audio up. There's no audio anyways.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
How are you feeling about that one? Quick 3-0.
Yeah, we were trolling a little bit to start the game, but Tyler was talking about tonsil stones for the first minute and 30 seconds of the game.
The first minute and 30?
For the first game, and then we were like, you know what, we should probably calm a little bit.
Just a little.
Just a little. Yeah, but yeah, it was good.
So
we're
you guys,
friends with those guys, so it was kind of cool.
You guys are now 6-0.
This is a forfeit, by the way. So
No, it's not actually.
They're not forfeit?
They
They
changed
changed
it back.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Arcadia and Widener are going to play that matchup. So what we're referring to there is originally the Alvernia and Widener game was reported as a forfeit.
Arcadia.
Sorry. The Arcadia and Widener game was originally reported as a forfeit for Arcadia, but they ended up today. Actually, they just put a post in that they will be actually playing it. So we will see how that one turns out. But you guys are guaranteed the first seed as long as you beat Alvernia. So thoughts going into that one?
It'll be interesting. I think they're without Thrift this year. They are. I got that confirmed. So it's going to be Tav,
Val,
and who's their third?
is a guy.
There's
Another
some
guy.
that's
It's a guy.
Not as good as they were, but can't take them lightly. Tav's pretty good. Really good in the ground, really good in the air. So we just got to make sure we take him seriously. As long as we neutralize him, it should be pretty easy. But we'll see how it goes whenever it comes game time.
So with that also comes the first seed, which would mean you'd likely play, I would assume, Widener, unless if Arcadia just decides to actually forfeit all their matches. But
yeah, I doubt it. More than likely, we'll probably end up with Widener, unless another team somehow manages to come out of nowhere, like Stevenson.
Yeah.
Hood rise from the grave.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. Hood is already eliminated, so.
I think Hood and Messiah probably are. Eastern probably still has a shot if they want to, but I mean they lost to Widener. So.
Yeah. So thoughts going into that LAN as it's April 22nd, so it's 2 months away.
Right. I didn't even realize we had a date for that yet.
Yeah, it's at the Belong Arena in the King of Prussia Mall.
Nice. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I think it will be a pretty cool experience. Obviously, top 4, so this should be decent competition. It'll be us. Top 3 probably are going to stay how they are. Us, Alvernia, Arcadia should be pretty good. Arcadia is going to be decent. They were good when we played them last fall, beat them 3-2. Honestly, that can go either way. It all depends on how Arcadia shows up and play. Also, who they decide that their roster is at the time, because they change their roster all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're a lot of ones players, and we kind of neutralized them last time. So it'll be interesting to see how we do whenever we have to play up against them. Who do we have left? Is that
just Alvernia?
Alvernia's the last one.
Because you have buys week 10 and week 11, so
yeah.
You will just, if you win against Alvernia, you guarantee first seed. You'll be undefeated through the regular season.
Gotcha. Nice. So right now, we're 6-0 and 18-3.
Yes.
Gotcha. I mean, we'll have a pretty large lead on them with the game record. I'm not sure if they go by head-to-head or if they go.
I don't
based off the
either,
game
actually.
record.
That's something I'd have to ask about.
But yeah, I mean, let's just beat them next week and.
Yep.
Or 2 weeks from now?
Well, you can't.
3 weeks?
Well, it'll be a different time because that's when we're on spring break. So
well, we come back this day from our from our trip. We do.
Oh.
So I think we are going to play us this day, even if you guys are not available.
Okay.
So
well,
if it is, that game will end up getting streamed from a personal stream.
No, I will stream. So any games that are streamed over spring break, I'll make sure I'm here to stream them.
Sounds
so
good. Yeah.
any games over spring break,
yeah,
I will be here.
That's the day that we come back from our trip that we're having.
Yes.
That's when we're coming back, because we know we have a game that day. I think we actually have 2.
I think
so for Intel Inspires, if we win week 1,
which is against
the 2nd, which is against the University of Kentucky,
yeah.
we'll probably end up playing Indiana University week 2, which will be the 9th as well. So it'll be that same day.
All right. So looking at the rest of your schedule for at least for this this week is obviously tomorrow we'll be traveling. Oh yeah. I want to ask you about that. What do you think? Thoughts going into the LAN? I completely forgot about it.
Actually, I'm really excited. I mean, we're friends with New Haven, and we plan on meeting up with them when we're down there. They're in the tournament as well. Actually, a couple decent teams in there. Dayton's in there. King Tornadoes, I believe. Us. UNH New Haven.
Yeah.
George Mason. NJIT, I think they're decent. A couple of really good teams that are going to be down there. So it'll be some good competition as well. I mean, there's going to be some, not bottom of the barrel, but some lower ranked teams and then some that are a little higher. Slightly above us, so it'll be interesting to get some cool experiences, especially get to play on LAN, get to meet some new people. It'll be cool.
Yeah,
can't wait for it.
Just one more thing. You guys play 2 games on Monday. Edinburgh for NECC as since the team will be traveling tomorrow for the LAN.
We will not be playing.
You will not be playing that tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Monday.
St. Clair, yeah. So initially we actually got a message from the NACE broadcasters and.
They wanted to stream
They wanted us to
put
us live on their main stream, but we couldn't do it because the time was 8:45. Magar's a little busy that day with classes. He has a quiz and 2 chapters that he's going over in class. He said he wouldn't be available until like 9:15, 9:30, so we won't.
So that'll just be moved.
So yeah, that'll probably just get moved to early in the week. But the 4:31 is confirmed. We are available during that time.
So what I was getting at with that is the thoughts going into that game is that's your next matchup minus the LAN.
Don't know too much about Edinburgh other than they've lost to the teams that we've beat so far pretty handedly. So I'm not gonna say it'll be a cakewalk, but it'll probably be a fairly easy game.
Similar to what we've seen from you guys in NECC is what I'm getting.
Yeah, I'm more looking forward to the game that Friday, actually next week.
Robert Morris.
That will get moved as well because that's the day that we leave to go upstate. So that I think we're gonna end up probably playing this on Thursday before the University of Kentucky as a warm up, if I had to guess.
Which speaking of. Ooh, wow, I had a voice crack. That's unfortunate.
I could hear that, and I didn't even have audio in my headphones, Harold.
Anyways, speaking of reschedules, if you guys want to know when we play, when all of our teams play, not just Rocket League, but all of them, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at LVC_esports, and we post tweets and Instagram posts Instagram stories every day of when we have matches, who has matches, what league, all of that sort of thing is. Follow us there. And you can always be updated, know when we're playing. So that'll be it for us tonight. We are, I will not see you guys back here tomorrow.
Souls. Much love for you guys. Thank you for tuning in and watching us.
We will be back on Monday with, I don't know yet, but, I guess you guys play at 4:30. So we'll be back on Monday with Rocket League taking on Edinburgh at 4:30. Yeah, early game for everyone.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night, guys.